Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you another shoutcast between EG iNcontrol versus SeleCT here on CrossFire. This game was taken from MLG Dallas 2011 just this past April weekend, and hopefully this will be a good game. It was highly recommended, so hopefully it does not disappoint. SeleCT spawning on the south side of the map as the red Terran player. Meanwhile, we have iNcontrol spawning as the blue Protoss here. Terran versus Protoss on a map with a lot of ramps and a lot of choke points. Both players should be able to utilize these ramps and choke points very well. Obviously Protoss players like this map just because of the number of force fields and a number of placements that they can, a number of places they can use force field. One force field on this ramp here, or double force fields here. Same thing on the far side here. One force field up this ramp, or two force fields here, and it also has the same effect. There are also far Xel'Naga watchtowers that are also off the beaten path just a little bit. As a probe now going to be coming in from iNcontrol. So iNcontrol coming in with that probe to do some harassment. It looks like it will be able to find that SCV and get some damage onto there already. So iNcontrol opening up with very early harassment. And now deciding to back away. I believe that the probe will just wander around, back away just a little bit, let those shields recharge, and then come back for a little bit more damage. It looks like the probe still wandering around a little bit away as a refinery now coming in. The probe now trying to get even more damage onto this little SCV over here, and it looks like the SCV did take some points of damage. And once again, the probe going to back off down to 0 shields. And just doing a really good job putting a lot of annoying harassment and pressure here on CrossFire. We are going to be upgrading. Oh, no upgrade to an orbital command. So no upgrade to an orbital command here, as a second Rax was placed down over here on the north side of the base. And this is even though iNcontrol has also placed down an assimilator to attempt to block SeleCT. And that's going to be a surprise move, because SeleCT, since he already has the second barracks down, will be able to get a lot of Marines trained up. And we are going to get Marines and Marauders, perhaps even the concussive shell here, as this assimilator is just going to sit here and block gas for quite some time. We can now see an SCV coming around on the inside as well. SeleCT now getting all the information that he needs off of this particular build, and now also sees a second gateway coming in. So iNcontrol should have enough gateway units in order to fend off the attack. And now SeleCT building the barracks onto the low ground. Not exactly sure why he opted to do that. Perhaps he's going to attempt to try to flank his opponent by leaving a really small army down here on the low ground, as many times units are placed on the force field, or many times units will be trying to sit here on this ramp, try to force field to prevent any units from being able to walk up or down. But now 3 Marines will be able to make it out, or 3 units will be able to make it out with 2 Marines and a Marauder. As this assimilator is still sitting here, we do have 1 Xel'Naga watchtower activated on the far side. And now we are going to see that iNcontrol is going to see all of these units now making their way up across the ramp. No, not going to see the units, as SeleCT purposely bringing over an SCV as well. And now the probe coming over, and brilliant play by SeleCT. So SeleCT made it so that the SCV blocked the Xel'Naga watchtower just long enough. But now we also see iNcontrol doing his own pylon trick over here, and he will be able to warp in units along this side. But is it going to be effective enough? 2 sentries already on the ramp. There's that 1 force field, 1 SCV now trying to run away. There are 2 Marines down over here, so 2 sentries blocking against any early aggression, and more sentries need to be coming. Otherwise, those units are just going to simply walk up that ramp. In comes another force field. The Marauder now fighting back over here, trying to run away, and it looks like this Zealot will get taken down. Oh, down to 1 hit point. As the Marauder now tries to run away, it will be able to get some distance as the force field now falls down over here. So SeleCT is inside the base now. Bunker now coming in. Marines now trying to battle it out. Down goes 1 sentry. And now going after that Stalker. The Stalker dealing some damage back towards that Marauder. And that Marauder now pulling away. The focus firing actually disrupting as the sentries now come in. Probes coming off the mineral line by iNcontrol as well. And now SeleCT also getting some kills by some SCVs, or more damage by SCVs. The Marauder still dancing around very, very dangerously over here, as we are now getting a bunker. The concussive shell and Marines getting a lot of damage, and then this is going to be a problem as a second bunker now being placed down. Marines now trying to pull away even further, and it looks like the probes are going to get some damage across those units. Marines do have very low hit points. and they are going to get finished off. The Marauders and Marines finishing off that Stalker, and now the Marauders and Marines going to jump inside the bunker. And now with the Marauder inside that bunker, going to get even more damage in. This Marine perhaps should try to jump inside as Select runs around and getting even more damage across these Zealots here. So this one bunker down to 50, 49 hit points. It looks like it will burn down. Down it goes, but the Marauders have already dealt enough damage already. What to attack first? The SCV trying to build, or the Marines and the Marauders that are going to kill you? Such a dangerous game that iNcontrol played, and iNcontrol losing. This is a very important game here for players who feel that the 4-gate is way too effective. The reason why the reason why I say that was because iNcontrol specifically was going for a 4-gate strategy. You can see that there are three warp gates already down. But by getting one Marauder up that ramp and then Marines inside that base, the sentries were unable to sit back, relax, and just try to continue to force field onto that ramp. Also, sentries, even though they do not cost many minerals, they are not that effective in actual combat. They are a very strong support unit. If there are Zealots and Stalkers nearby, sentries cannot be your main source of DPS, as the Marines and the Marauders will be able to eat through their measly 40 hit points and 40 shields very easily. Now, iNcontrol did waste 75 minerals by placing down an assimilator here. He also should have noticed that there was no upgrade to an orbital command as soon as this barracks was done. I believe that iNcontrol had just forgotten this, and if he had noticed it, he may have tried to scout out this additional racks. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 1v1 replay between iNcontrol and Select here on CrossFire.